Hey guys, it's the Patient Hodler coming at you with another video, and in this one, the second video of today, we are going to talk about gems again. And the reason being is that I have received from another YouTuber, German YouTuber, Veve, a screenshot from a guy that is tying up some loose ends into a, let's say, rather outrageous theory. That's what we are going to discuss and make some adjustments to the video that I've posted before about gems. If you haven't seen it yet, might be a good idea to go back to that one and after that watching this one. But I came out here to a nice tree and a bench in the sun, so we're going to sit down right there and discuss a little bit. But before we do that, please keep in mind that I'm a crypto and NFT investor and not a financial advisor, so please do your own research before you ape into off-the-app gems that are worth 10 cents or into the original gems of the app or the Veve collectibles or whatever other thing and investment that we are discussing here. Also, please consider giving this video a like if you enjoy it, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. I also thank very much my rare hodler family, my Patreons and channel members. Actually, I don't have channel members yet, but some Patreons. So thank you for the continuous support. Without you, this wouldn't be really possible. And I explain why everything wouldn't be possible without you in the next videos. But now let's get started with this rather unpleasant topic. Shall we? So now that you are sitting next to me, we can start. I have seen that screenshot and I will display it up here, where someone was saying, so we have 3 days of the largest gem purchases in a row, which basically is nothing new because since January we had a lot of records in the gem purchases. But then he relates that also to the massive drop of off-app value of gems from 0.5 to 0.25 and even as low as 0.1. Now that being said, there are more points that he offers here, and that is that Veve took down the market for an extensive maintenance period, which also protects you from panic selling your collectibles right now. And then also we have the announcement out there that is coming up in a couple of hours. Now, there are 2 principles that I would put out here, but first I want to say that I can rather prove nor debunk that conspiracy theory, but I would go with my principles here to not fall into panic. And the first principle here is that strong accusations need strong evidence, and I have not seen a lot of evidence besides a maintenance window, a dropping gem price, and that video that is being announced, and a series of bigger gem purchases. So altogether could be evidence for such a gem hack that could have occurred. But on the other hand, all these are very easy to explain with other theories. The second principle here, I have mentioned that already in the sheep video. If you have not seen that one, please go back and watch that as well. And that is to go by the principle more likely than not. And I, at this point, would say more likely than not, there has not been a gem hack, and the maintenance window, for example, has to do with a video that is coming in a couple of hours. So here are my reasons for why I believe that is not a gem hack, but rather a constellation of many things that are occurring since more than only 1 or 2 days. Now let's go first with the 3 biggest gem purchases in a row. This could be a result of the lower prices, very good market opportunities, and a series of Disney golden moments, first appearances, and overall good conditions to buy in. So that would enable whales to, at least some of them, load up by the conventional way. We know that there are some barriers to really loading up some whale money, but just going the conventional way and loading up gems to wipe the floors. And actually we have seen that the floors have been wiped, and maybe they bought those gems OTC, but as I have explained in the previous video, that is not too big of a problem, because there is a limitation to those gems, because almost every gem has to be loaded up before on the app before it can be traded and then either spent on the store or sold outside. So that gem is covered by an original uploading into the app from a credit card or whatever fiat input. Except, and that is thanks to one viewer that made me aware, there is a smaller fraction of the gems actually not covered, and that is by credit card fraud. But usually there is not the possibility to load such a big amount with a credit card and by committing credit card fraud. So I'd rather say that this is a smaller amount that accounts for that. Now let's talk about why there is possibly this huge gem drop, and also this was mentioned in the video before, but I'm saying it again. The botters and the traders, they are afraid of getting their money and their assets out from the last drops and flips that they have done. That is at least my theory, and the reason being is first that Noah has apparently announced, thank you to Viviversum and Frank for making me aware of this, that they want to get rid of the gem transfer option and possibility once MTL is coming. So botters need to be afraid that they would no longer be able to cash out the gems in this OTC way and sell it for 50 cents or 40 cents on the market. So there is a big pressure, and there's no time to wait, because we have that video coming up today that could put an end to gem transfers or put an implementation of MTL or any other mechanism that makes life harder for botters, such as a new drop system. And the market probably is being taken down just because of that, for the implementation of whatever mechanism that interferes with the market and needs an infrastructural update. So in my opinion, more likely than not, that is the reason. Also because there is this pre-recorded video coming up. If we would have the same condition, low OTC prices, extensive amounts of gem sales OTC and loading up into the app without any communication from the team, without the video coming up, and the whole app taken down for maintenance, and therefore also gem transfer ceased, then I would believe in this little conspiracy theory. But now I would say more likely than not this is false. So what do I expect from the video that is coming up? I expect them to introduce the new drop system based on a waiting room, together with probably the MCP and the drop raffle coming from the Master Collector program side. If Ecomi Utility Phase 1 is launched simultaneously, could be, but I'm not so sure about that. Anyways, I think that the reason for taking so long and for having to announce this in a pre-recorded video is that they want to explain how it actually works and how the modules of the new drop system, MCP, the raffle and the market and so on, all this new infrastructure is tied to each other. I know that that is a little bit of hoping here as well, because it could be something way inferior to some announcement like this, but the reason that the market is offline currently lets me hope a little bit more, and I would say more likely than not we are getting to see a milestone at least announced today. It doesn't mean that it is already online and with the first drop coming out today, but I could imagine on the weekend there could be a drop within the new drop system, and also that we can play around with MCP and raffle tickets. And yes, they cannot launch one without the other, because each module, Ecomi Utility Program, MCP, drop raffle, waiting room system, they are linked to each other and have to work with each other. So I think that is a major infrastructural update, which is not so easy to implement. And yeah, so to conclude, I'd say rather that this conspiracy theory is somewhat logical, but I think it's not very likely. And therefore I'd say this is the last bigger sell-off and panic sale of the botters and some of the traders that want to liquidate their gems. And with that, I'm already at the end of this video. Please let me know in the comments below what you think about all of this, and have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night or afternoon. Go out into nature, enjoy the sun if you have it, enjoy the spring if you are on the northern hemisphere, and see you in the next video. I just concluded this video, but as a little gimmick I have something for you here. I hope you can see that. Is this what they call a sneaker airdrop? I know that's a bad joke, but anyways, it's funny that someone threw the sneakers up there.